Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between and around. Welcome to an Alarum and Friends Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I am your host and GM, Alarum, and welcome to episode 6 of our campaign. Now, today I am joined by.
I'm Bentley and I'm playing Palrion.
I am Gray and I'm playing Vask.
I am Specific, and I am playing Jekyll.
And who here wants to recap what happened at the end of or throughout the course of last session?
I don't know.
Well, I escaped that
We-
fucking cop.
Yeah, Jekyll.
We caught the
wasn't-
person.
Yeah, Jekyll was in prison and he escaped. We found the guy we were looking for, and yeah, and we got money. That's the biggest thing I remember.
Money, we got
Rue
paid.
We left behind.
You know what? I just realized. I think I was working on the level last time, but I didn't save any of it. Oh.
For context
right.
viewers at home, we technically leveled up, but none of us got ready for it.
Correct. So the party is now sort of level 2. We forgot.
Half
Happens.
level 2.
We
We're level
forgot to
1.
do
We're
stuff,
level
but it's fine.
1.5.
We'll run it. We'll run it.
Indeed. It shouldn't be all too important for this session. So, where we ended last session was you guys had just turned in your bounty to Lamruli. He had thanked you,
yeah.
provided you
I
with
got my fucking
compensation, monetary compensation.
What was the monetary compensation?
I believe I said 40 gold each.
Yeah,
I
40
believe you
gold
said
each.
2. All right, cool. I'm gonna add that because I think I forgot to last time. But that's all right.
that will
Jesus
be very
Christ.
convenient to not have.
No, he's poor. We took his money. We took his
Well,
share.
of all of you, he is the least poor, but
No, I am.
That is true.
got a lot
So
of
we
money.
took his share. He wouldn't notice. He wouldn't notice.
and so we're going to resume where you guys are being kind of gestured and we'll say escorted out by Thomas the butler. However, Rue has been requested to stay behind.
Yes.
So
Yes,
you
indeed.
three will be walking out the door, and as you cross the other side of the door, you find yourself once again in this kind of guild hall market area. And as you all are kind of exiting, Thomas will tap, we'll say Vask, he'll tap you on your shoulder. And in his hand, he'll be kind of extending to you a tray of which has a small orb and a letter next to it.
All right.
Pick up
I
the orb.
will. Yeah, I'll pick up the mysterious orb first. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. And examining it, it seems to be of like non-transparent glass. I don't know how to describe it. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. It's like almost cloudy on the inside rather than clear. And it's smooth, but otherwise nothing else special about it as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I am gonna add funny orb in my inventory now,
All right.
and I will decide to pick up the letter and read it.
All right. And the letter will be basically a little instruction manual, or not a manual, but just a little instruction note. And it'll state that this orb is effectively like a communication device in a loose sense.
Okay.
When Lamruli will be currently engaged with your party member. However, it is not expected to take too long, so it is recommended that you all stay within relative distance to the guild hall, and the orb will light up when Lamruli is done with his meeting. So it will be a little signifier to let you know to come and collect your friend should you desire.
I see. Okay.
Let's see. Now let's leave him there.
That
We
is
don't need
fully
him. We
within
don't need
your
him.
options, admittedly.
It is.
But with that, as you kind of take the letter, Thomas will walk backwards and, close the door in front of him and in between you guys. And you are now left with a little orb, 40 gold pieces apiece, and an
that's it.
entire shopping area to go and spend them at if you
Okay.
wish.
Shopping session.
Shopping session.
Let's go.
Yay! I don't even know if there is anything that I'd want to buy off the top of my head.
There's
But I don't
something I
know.
want to buy. Is there a weapon section?
There are plenty of weapon stores all around. Are you looking for anything in particular?
There is a specific weapon I want. I'm searching for halberd.
All right. So in that case, and just as a question, are you all walking like Vask is off in search for a halberd now? Are you all walking with him and following him, or are you all in search of your own place as you all have your own money to spend now?
I kind of want to go in my own direction, but I'm trying to think if there's anything that I would need off the top of my head. Here, hold on. For my sake, I'm pulling up a list of items I can potentially
No.
purchase.
No. This is what Palarion needs. He just needs a spa day, okay? He needs to spend his money, go to spa.
Yeah, because that's what Palarion is known for, liking other people, looking at him and touching him a whole bunch.
Just for, I guess, personal, just thought. Is there any items that are of like that have the type of Renaissance, modern, or futuristic here?
You're gonna, you just asked, are there items? Yeah, basically there are. Like, I don't know.
No, of like the. I guess I want to be more.
Yeah,
Specific. Is there like Renaissance weaponry?
Yeah, there's
Like-
Renaissance
like if I-
weaponry. That you just
this is
Renaissance, modern, and
Renaissance
future. You
era,
actually
so
just
you're gonna
encompass like
find
all of
Renaissance
time.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like, can I get something from the past, present, or future? Like, is
Yeah,
any
pretty
approach?
much.
Sure, man.
It's like me going out and being like, "Hey, do you know anywhere where I could buy a fucking revolver?" You know?
Can I buy this antimatter rifle? All right, thank you.
It's like going to the supermarket and asking if they sell food. Like, what do you think?
Sorry, that was a really dumb way to ask that question.
Yeah.
but-
Yes,
That's
there
alright.
would be. I mean, most weapons you'll find are probably going to be of that, as this is, I mean,
Uh-huh.
it is kind of a Renaissance era style of time in, fantasy settings usually.
Okay. Here.
Mhm.
Cool. That's all I have to say, really.
All right. Hey, are you looking for anything in particular, or
No.
okay? Are you going off on your own, or are you staying with Vask? Let's establish that.
Yeah, I'll follow Vask because I
Okay.
need to think about stuff.
Cool. What about you, Jackal? Is there anything you have newly acquired money? Is there anything you wish to purchase with said money?
Booze.
Booze. Well, you can certainly find that. Are you looking to go off on your own in search of booze?
Yep.
All right. And for clarification, booze to drink immediately or booze to store along for the journey?
Booze, so then I have it for the journey anytime I want to actually drink.
All right, cool.
Alright.
So we're gonna
All
start.
the time.
We're gonna start with Vask and Powerdion. So Vask, there's a lot of different places you could go for weapons, but because you're specifically looking for something, or it's because you're specifically looking for a halberd, I'm gonna say that you managed to stumble across a weapon shop that primarily and exclusively sells long weapons, so weapons with reach, like pole arms and other things of a similar nature.
Okay.
In which case, you could very likely find a halberd within here.
Well, I start window shopping,
All right.
looking for. All right.
And you'll pretty quickly. Are you looking for like just a basic halberd, or are you looking for like some specific quality or anything like that?
I mean, I'll be looking at every halberd. Yeah, I'll be like slowly inspecting like quality, like the quality of the actual halberd itself.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you'll find a section with halberds, and they all seem to be pretty much of the same quality. Good, sturdy. This is in a secondhand shop. They're all freshly. They're all new, unused. Solid construction. Seem to do the job, but otherwise nothing too special about them.
Is there a shopkeeper around, just minding his own business, or?
Yeah. Behind the counter, we'll say, polishing some weapons. You could reasonably, or you would find a, let's say you'll find just a human. Strong, sturdy human, broad shoulders, short hair, and he's just kind of behind the counter, just polishing a couple weapons.
Would be any sign of a price tag on the halberds, or would I need to ask
Nope.
the
No
merchant
price
himself?
tag at all.
All right. I'll walk up towards the merchant slowly and just go, "Hello, are you the owner of this establishment?"
Well, owner's a little loose term, but I run it at least for now. How can I help you?
I'd like to inquire about your set of halberds in the back there.
Yep, well, they are strong, sturdy halberds, good range, not gonna fall apart on you or nothing. Cut through anything just fine. You looking to buy one?
That's good. I am indeed.
How much do you think they're worth?
I know they don't come cheap, but I'm wondering. I would like to know your price.
Like I said, how much do you think they're worth?
I would like to. I'll ponder for a second, just having a look at the halberd's condition, because you said they look strong and sturdy regardless, correct?
Yep, and they're not. There's nothing special about them, but they are well built. It's good craftsmanship.
All right. So I'll go down and I'll put 15 gold pieces on the counter.
You think they're
Would
worth?
that be sufficient, or
And I'll kind of sit there and ponder a little bit and be like, let's say it depends a little bit. Who are you working for?
show the tattoo of Lamb Ruli on my arm?
Ah, Lemruli, so you're a runner.
Indeed, I
Yeah,
am.
15 gold pieces will do.
I'll extend my hand and just shake the person over the counter. You got yourself a deal then.
Have fun slicing and dicing people.
Oh, hopefully we'll. Hopefully the bad people, right? Well, bad to us.
A subjective term, my friend.
Well, life is always subjective, is it not?
True be to that.
So I will need to. This is out of character now. I will need to deduct. Was it 15 gold pieces?
15.
Bam. So that takes me down to 27. And then I'll do this in the background, but on my other funny thing, I will add a halberd to my collection. It's just a regular one, regular halberd.
Just a standard halberd, nothing special.
Nothing special. Bam.
Hmm.
It has been added to my collection. Shopping done.
All right, we'll now swap over to Jackal. Jackal, it didn't take you too long. You had to pass by a couple taverns and other areas. But once you got to an area that, we'll say you had to walk for about like 5 minutes since you've seen the last bar or whatever, you've come to a spot where they actually sell like bottles of alcohol. And it's although, there's most of these areas are not like full built shops, they're more like stands and whatnot. What you come across is actually a medium-sized tent where in order to enter, you have to kind of walk past some velvet curtains, and it's dimly lit within here, but you will find that there are a variety of different alcohols and spirits for you to come across. Managing behind the counter, you'll see a pixie kind of fluttering about, and she'll notice you and she'll go, welcome in. Take a look around if you wish.
What are you?
Excuse me?
What are you? You look weird. You look small. What are you?
I'm a pixie.
Sorry.
And you don't look all that normal yourself.
Well, I mean, I guess you gotta be there. But like, what?
Oh, this is a really cool conversation.
I'm just Jackal's trying, like, looking at her from like multiple different angles, being like, I don't know what you are, because he's never seen it.
I'm the owner
no,
of
no,
this
no.
shop.
I get that.
I'm the
Yeah.
owner of this shop, and if you
Wait a
wish to
minute.
spend money, you're welcome to look around, and if you wish to look at me some more, that'll cost you extra.
I don't know
Oh,
why
it's
it
one
would
of those
cost extra
berries.
to
Oh,
just
no.
look at you, but all right, I'll stop that now. All right, let's see. What are your prices looking like? I want to make sure of that before I buy anything.
Depends on what you're looking for. We got some cheaper stuff over there, only a couple gold pieces a bottle. But if you're looking for some of the high tail wares, we've got some pretty good stuff here, but it'll run you a mite bit extra.
Do you have any Argonian ale?
We might have a couple bottles in the back.
Okay, okay.
And she'll kind of look you up and down a little bit, and she goes, "Do you think that's within your price range?"
And then I'll look at her and I'll just be like, it better fucking be.
And she'll kind of.
Are you gonna go get it, or are we just gonna stare at each other?
No. She'll shrug and see. She'll shrug and she'll be like, "What's your price range?"
I have 40 gold on me right now. So if you can make me a fair deal for a good amount of that, we'll talk.
For that, you could get a bottle.
A bottle?
Get something a little cheaper, man.
Jesus Christ.
Ale isn't that expensive.
You know, the kingdom that I used to be in, I was a slave there, and I made Argonian oil. Not oil, damn it. I made Argonian alcohol. I made the ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that stuff was about 5 gold a bottle. So.
Do you know why that stuff was 5 gold a bottle?
Probably because I was the best.
Because it's primarily made by slaves like yourself. And if you live in an area where slavery is significantly less common, because many of us find ourselves, and she'll kind of, raise her left hand and, show the symbol of the archons and go, find ourselves properly employed, then prices for that go up a little bit.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, being employed also kind of counts as slavery, just instead you actually get something from it. So, I mean...
Yes, which is quite contrary to the purpose of slavery.
Yes, but it is also kind of a foreign concept to me.
Yeah, baby. Comedy.
I can 40 gold for 1 bottle. Damn. What's the cheapest thing that you got?
Cheapest thing? We've got just some standard, just a little bit of mead you could probably get. Not too bad. We have an excess of supply, so I could run that pretty decently for 10 gold pieces a bottle.
Jekyll leaves. He leaves with like just a big giant frown on his face.
Yeah. No,
He's just angry and upset.
Yeah, but like he has like as he leaves the store, he doesn't even say like goodbye or anything. It just cuts to him just walking out the door, closing it behind him. Just like, all right, where is everyone else?
Hard cut, walking out the door.
The prices here suck.
That's what happens when
it'll just be 10 gold. Ding!
Just door slam. He's outside.
Yeah.
That is what happens when the primary buyers of all the alcohol are either people buying to drink immediately out of the taverns or the taverns themselves buying in bulk.
Yeah. So Jacqueline decides, all right, I'm just not gonna buy any alcohol here. The prices are just not worth it. So he decides to go and try and find a library nearby because he wants to learn.
All right.
He can read?
Yeah, we've established.
No, he was.
I'm
gonna tell you what I was planning because I was thinking of either saying he goes and gets alcohol or he goes to the library. I was gonna have him get a couple of books and then have Rue read it to him.
That's even better.
Wait, that's actually so fun. Wait, hold on. No, that's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah.
gonna do.
I mean, you find absolutely, like I said, in this
Absolutely
guild
do that.
hall, you can find just about anything you're looking for if you look hard enough and have cash for it. You're not able to find like a library because a library is kind of a check-in now, but you will find a bookstore.
Okay, that works.
And is there anything specifically you're looking for, or are you just picking out random books off the shelves?
I'm just I'm trying to get like as many books as possible that can be able to teach me like anything.
He doesn't even know. He just finds a picture book. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I like the pictures in this one.
How much are you wishing to spend in this bookshop? we'll say, and that'll kind of dictate how many books
I'm
you'll
willing
get.
to spend about 20 gold pieces.
All right. For about 20 gold pieces, you'll get yourself like 2 fairly like large books, and we'll say 3 smaller books.
Okay. Jackal has no idea what the price of Jackal has no idea what the price for books are, so he's like, "That's a good deal."
And honestly, it depends on what books you picked up, but it could be. It could also be a
Yeah.
bad deal if
Come
you know
on,
if you're just picking up a dictionary as one of the larger books. You don't really know yet.
We'll find out from Rue later.
Indeed.
Zebra. That's an animal with stripes.
Xylophone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what those were.
Yeah, just
I
like,
thought they were also horses.
I mean, they technically kind of are.
Yeah, technically true.
I mean, sort of.
No, I thought this one was called horse. This one was called horse. This one was also called horse.
Pointing to a full-on dragon.
Just
To a giraffe.
Pointing at a chicken. I thought that was a horse.
But this one was
point to an
horse.
elephant. That's all she would.
He's pointing out like a picture of a giraffe.
That's a leopard seal.
I thought that was also a horse. Just points at a grown man.
Yeah. I heard one guy saying his throat was hoarse at one point.
Ooh, I get that. Ooh, that's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, swapping back over perspectives. Vask and Powerion. What are you? You know, you still got cash on you, Vask, and Powerion, you've got plenty of cash.
I want to find. I just want to look. I want to see if there's a nearby magic shop, or like a magical item shop.
Yeah, you can find pretty quickly, not too far away actually. There is a shop that sells a variety of magic items. It seems primarily they deal with like scrolls. However, they do have various other trinkets, small boxes, orbs, and a couple other things if you'd be interested in looking for something.
I don't know if there's anything specific that I want to look around for, but I kind of just want to start seeing if I can find any particular just magical items in here.
Yeah. Is there maybe an effect or something that you might be inclined about?
At this current moment in time, not really, no. I think for the most part, if I can, try to look for more wondrous items, because I don't know if I can wear a lot of like the armors, and I don't know if like potions and other weapons will be great. So I kind of just want to see if there's any like more specifically, I guess, wondrous items, just to see what there is, what they might be able to do for me.
Yeah, okay. Well then, looking around in the shop, like I said, there's a variety of scrolls, so if you're looking to learn like a spell or something, or like use a scroll, like you could do that, obviously. But outside of that, in terms of wondrous objects, you actually find, amusingly enough, a section of the little orb that Vask has. It seems you can buy those pretty easily. Alternatively, there is a feather that is described to amplify movement when consumed. There's a band of loyalty, thermal cube. There's a dragon hide belt, a couple of different like scrying stones. It seems a
really
deck
should
of
be
many
writing these down.
things.
Yep.
And there's also an arcane grimoire. But outside of that, the rest of the shop is just like spell scrolls.
Okay. I'm writing those things down so I can look them up on my own time. So there's the Dragon Hide Belt, there's Deck of Many Things, Thermal Cube. What were the other ones? Oh, they had
Band of
Scrying Stones,
Loyalty,
Band of Loyalty.
and an arcane grimoire.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. Vask, I don't know if there's something that you want to look for, because I'm just going to be peeking around a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep everyone in silence while I look through
That's
stuff.
fine. Once I'll just browse. So this is a magic shop, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna be like just pretty much window shopping, see if there's anything that I don't know that's closely semblance to home.
You'll find that there are a couple like druidic spell scrolls that he's labeled out, or that are that you'll kind of find about. But like I said, in terms of actual items, the shop's a little bit limited. What I've stated is what there is. It's primarily centered around scrolls, as those seem to be a big ticket item here, anyways.
I'll ignore that. I'm fine with that.
Is there anything else you'd like to be doing then, maybe splitting off from Powerion?
What else do I need? Would that be the only magic shop in the guild, or?
No, I mean, you'd be able to find other magic shops if you were maybe looking for something with a little bit more intentionality on what kind of thing you're looking for.
Yeah, this one's mostly focused on scrolls. I was saying if there's anything that's more equipment based for like magical buffs.
Yeah, you could find. So, are you looking for a shop that sells free enchanted items for like armors and weapons, or are you looking for a shop that could imbue items and armor, like or weapons and armor with magic?
A little bit of both. I wouldn't. Probably main thing I would like to try and find some enchanted armor, like even like jewelry or belt, or anything like that. Just any enchanted clothing. Best way to
All
describe
right,
it.
then I'll say it takes you a little bit away from them, and
All right.
you'll find yourself in a. It's actually right next to another blacksmith or another like weapon shop, because this shop has a couple pre-enchanted items out front, just partially. I mean, they are available to purchase, but it is also partially mostly just meant to be like, hey, these are some of the things we can enchant with. But this shop also
absolutely.
does do like custom enchantments, and that seems to be the bulk of their business. Is there isn't a whole lot of re-enchanted items. Like I said, there's a couple here and there, like a couple sets of armor, a myriad of weapons, and other clothing pieces that are not like armor, you know, bracelets, belts, whatever. If you're looking at the armor sets, then what armor type are you looking at?
I am looking for heavy armor.
Heavy armor. Okay, then in that case, you will find much more options for heavy armor stuff than light armor. You'll find that you have 3 options to choose from, two of which are like chainmail armor, one of which is plate, and they'll be enchanted each with different things. One of the chainmail pieces is just a +1 to like your AC. One of which is we'll call it silenced chainmail, and then the plate armor will just be resilient plate armor.
Resilient, okay. Could I flag down the shopkeeper to inquire about the chainmail?
Yeah, you can. And it will be a half orc sitting behind the counter, and he'll, when you kind of call over to him, and be like, "Oh, hello. Can I get you anything?"
I'm just having a look at your fine wares of heavy armor. Would you be able to tell me more about these 3 pieces here?
Yeah, which one do you want to know about first?
We'll start with the chainmail on the left.
Simple bit of enhanced chainmail. Keeps you up a little bit stronger than regular chainmail. Other than that, it's pretty simple.
Stronger and sturdier. Okay. The plate armor in the middle?
Oh, that's some pretty good plate armor. Makes it a lot harder for your enemies to hit you, I'll tell you that much. Especially when they're coming at you all at once.
Okay.
I like your character's voice.
I try to keep them unique.
I think I don't know how to explain how to make it what I'm thinking it is, but I feel like if you tweak the voice just a little bit, it would sound almost perfect. I don't know how to say that into words though. So anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. So second armor is better when surrounded. The second chainmail we have here.
Oh, that's the silence chainmail. Yeah, it doesn't clink around a whole bunch when you're walking with it. It'll go for trying to not be noticed. You'd want to be wearing that.
Okay. All right. So this is me talking out of character. So what I gathered is the chainmail on the left gives you +1. Chainmail in the middle is much better when you're surrounded.
That would be the
and
plate mail. But yeah.
the plate armor, the plate mail in the middle, and then the chain mail on the right is just pretty much you lose the disadvantage on stealth.
It's more or less what you would gather, yeah.
All right. Some pretty high. I am so tempted, just for future proofing myself, that the chainmail on the right, the one that is a bit more silent.
All right.
Sorry. Oh, how much would this chainmail on the right cost?
Cost you in the ballpark of about 125 gold.
A little bit much.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
chainmail on itself is not exactly cheap, so
No.
enchanted chainmail is going to be even
Yeah.
less so.
What if I throw my chainmail into the trade? How much would that take it down?
We don't really do trades here, but we could enchant your chainmail with a similar enchantment if you wish.
How much would that cost?
To enchant pre-worn chainmail, 55 gold pieces, I think.
Unfortunately, I am a bit short of gold pieces at the moment, but with a few more commissions, I think I might come back for that offer.
Well, we'll be here whenever you do.
Thank you so much for your time. And then he'll just walk out the shop.
All right. So, swapping back, Powerion, have you come up with any decisions on what you might want or not?
So from that shop, I was looking at the things, and I think I will probably pass. Now, I don't know if you know the item that I'm looking for or not, but I want to try and look for a specific magic item. It is called a slumbering scaled ornament, and you can look that up if you want. It's basically just a piece of clothing, jewelry or some other wearable accessory that the basic one that is there is it gives me advantage on saving throws you make to avoid being charmed or frightened or to end those conditions on you. And that is pretty much all that does. I was wondering if I could possibly see if that is around here or not.
Yeah, you could look around to see if you find anything. We'll just have you, I mean, since you're looking for something specific, right? We'll have you roll just like a D20, just straight D20 to see if you might find
So I
something.
find it. Okay. I got a 17.
Yeah, 17. So you won't find the item specifically. However, you will find, after looking around for a little while and kind of entering and perusing through various magic shops and not really coming up, you will find a magic shop that although they have a couple wares, mostly they'll be pretty empty, as they specialize in retrieving magic items for both the cost of the item and a finder's fee for it.
Okay. I thought maybe it would be offhand. That's fine. I will keep that shop in mind in case, for whatever reason, I'm looking for something specific. But at the moment, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with my character going forward, just for now, I'm going to hold on to my money. I don't think I'm going to spend it anywhere, but I will keep that shop in mind just in case I decide, hey, I want to look for this specific thing.
All right. Jacker, we're going to
So-
swap back to your perspective now. So you have your books in hand. What would you have done kind of like after leaving the shop?
Go and find the others.
All right. So it might have taken you a little bit. And what's your passive perception?
It's at 12.
All right. A 12 will be enough. You hadn't noticed it prior to this moment. You were a little maybe distracted by the crowds, but as you've kind of continued along and you're now searching for your friends, you're going to realize that you are hearing something. You're hearing a little bit of a noise. You thought it was just the jingling of your coins in your coin pouch, but as you continued walking along, you're realizing it sounds a little different than just your regular coin.
The fuck is that?
Hello?
What's going on over there?
Am I getting robbed?
Well, I don't know. Look around, buddy.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking around.
Yeah, there's nobody around you. There doesn't seem to be any, and if you've like kind of stopped moving completely, the jingling will stop. But as you look around you, you're not seeing anything. around you messing with your coin pouch.
I'll do the thing where like I assume nothing's happening, and then I walk like 3 more steps, and I hear it
And,
again, and
yeah,
then
you
I
hear it
stop,
again.
look around again, and then I walk forward another 3 steps, and then eventually I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Alright.
check your pockets.
Yeah. And looking through, you'll actually, funny enough, find it in your coin pouch itself. Once you kind of locate the jingling by shimming around a little bit. But among all of the gold pieces, you'll find what seems to be like a little bell. And if you were to pull it out of your coin pouch, which I presume you would,
Oh yeah, I would take a look at it and just be like, wow, this looks gross.
well, then
bell.
as you pull it out, you'll find that it is not just a bell, but it is actually a bell attached to the end of a key. One that you would be familiar with as having been taken off of Rashi right before you guys went to go and deliver him. It is the same key with the same little banner. And I want you to roll me a history check real quick.
Okay.
Box was
No.
inside us all along.
My history is -1, so.
Well,
Well, so this is probably not gonna go well.
no, it'll be fine. I believe in you.
I don't. Oh, I got an 18 on the roll. Okay.
Hey, that's
a
not
So then, I
bad.
17
get
then.
so then I get a 17. Shit.
That's
So you
actually not
have
bad.
so you
That was
haven't
actually
seen-
way better than I thought. I was actually thinking I would get a fucking
Yeah.
a natural 1.
So you hadn't seen the symbol on this little banner, right? Because it's the key with the bell attached to the end, but there's also a purple banner attached to it. You had not seen it because Rue hadn't passed it around, but having it in your own hands now, you would recognize the symbol, and the symbol is a chess piece, specifically the king piece, with 2 thorny roses crossed behind it, and you would recognize this symbol from a book that the lady who taught you how to read had done. It was a fairy tale that talked about a magical kingdom that had all sorts of wondrous items within it, and all of the citizens were all imbued with some magic themselves. But the kingdom had mysteriously disappeared after a darkness, it was described as, within the fairy tale, had befallen the kingdom. Though past that, you don't quite remember much else.
I look at the bell and I'm like, this is stupid. Why is this in my coin bag? And then once I notice like the big obvious thing that I've seen before, I'd be like, wait,
Oh!
wait a minute. And then I say something really smart, like this was book 4 that Lady Lysandra was able to teach
Yeah.
me before I left the place of homage. There's no way this is not a coincidence.
Kind of fun.
So I'm gonna try and immediately find the other 2, just so I'll be like, guys, I got an idea of what we're doing next. And like,
Yes, I know what we're gonna
I'm like
Herb, I
sprinting
know what
through
we're
the
gonna do
streets
today.
with like I'm sprinting through the streets like Peter trying to rush home, and like
Yeah.
I'm like running and I'm like really happy, big old smile on my face. I'm like skipping, and like right before I'm about to find them, I trip and fall and I scrape my knee.
Yeah.
Power on outside of the magic shop that you're at, you would hear a large crash from the crowds. You hear some shouting. Yeah, you'll hear some shouting outside of the street.
And then you just hear going,
Who put that goddamn cart there?
I imagine you would even trip on a stone. You just like full barreled into like the side of a cart and just like
Oh yeah, no,
comically
Yeah, like
fell over.
it's like a shop.
he
Yeah.
tripped on one of the, he actually ran like full stop, completely body checked one of the information kiosks outside the thing.
Yeah.
oh no.
I hope the little kobold that I was supposed to give money to is there.
You know what? Roll me a d20. We're gonna do another luck check.
All right. I need to pay that guy for his services. Or no, wait. It wasn't the guy I checked out with. It was like someone else. Hold on. I missed the roll. I got an 8.
All right. It is not the same guy. Either it is not the same kiosk, or it is not the same. It is not his day to work. Either way, he is not here.
All right, that's fine. It was just for the fun of it. All right, cool.
All right.
I'm assuming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go up to my buddy old pal who just actually ran into stuff and fell over. Hey, I don't know what to say. How you doing?
First off, that was way too normal of you to say after I just crashed to a car. Second off, look, okay, I was walking away. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think this will be really fun really quickly before I say my excellent news. I went and bought something. I want you to try to guess it for me.
Was it a big, great axe?
Honestly, do you see a goddamn great axe? I mean, it would be pretty obvious.
I don't know.
Think of it as something like smaller and can fit in my bag.
Meat stick.
I was on that same train of thought.
No, just an entire fucking ham.
Get ale or
No, I went to a store and yes, me, the good old not very smart man. I bought some books.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty cool, right? Anyway, as I was walking away trying to find you guys, look what I found in my bag.
You would, obviously pull out little key.
I will examine the key. Yeah, he's now pulling
Which
out.
you would, you would recognize the key itself from Rue taking it off the Rashi. However, I also want you to roll me a history check.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I had a different thing open real quick. All right. Uh-oh. I rolled a 5.
So you will not remember any information about it. You don't know its significance or its importance, but you have seen this symbol before among the various scrolls of the residence that you have just recently left. You don't remember what information was attached to. You didn't, maybe you're a little bit too busy consuming magic than consuming information, but it was among, but you have seen this symbol among some of those scrolls and books.
Okay.
You know what this is from, right?
I mean, I've seen it before.
Well, this is if I'm remembering correctly, this is from I remember it from an old book that I learned when I was younger of an old basically fairy tale land that basically got engulfed by darkness. What if that place was actually real and we might be able to get some stuff here?
I mean, maybe. That seems like a far stretch, but
I mean, I didn't buy this and I didn't do anything. Literally, I had 40 gold in my bag. I took
I threw
20 out to pay for the books.
Yeah, I threw
and
half
then
it
as
away
I'm
for
walking,
books.
the bell and the key is in there. Yeah, the bell and the fucking key is in there. So
oh, I didn't even process that the key outside of character. I didn't process that the key just showed up on your person, didn't it? Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
you didn't take it off of Rue. Okay, I didn't. The dots are connecting. The dots are connecting. All right, I see. All right, I'm getting this now. Huh. That's not. I mean, I don't know. If we've got nothing else to do right now, maybe we can try to find a lead for this.
yeah, I mean, if you guys actually want to hang out together as a whole team again, since we did pretty well last time, we can try doing this.
I feel like I'm catching shade. I feel like I'm catching shade.
What shade? I'm congratulating everyone. I'm being we did pretty damn good last time we did
I know, but the way you said it just made it sound like you were being an ass.
I like her. I like her
Condescending.
talking. I can just imagine Jackal's just still trying to talk as if I'm there, but I'm like far.
Oh yeah,
further
you're
down,
literally
just
you're
wrapping it
not
up.
around.
Well, like I was gonna say later, like we should go find him.
Well, I mean, this isn't I guess, bad idea. Here, let's go look for Vask. Let's go see where he's at.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that we should probably look at for him, and then we should also probably wait until Rue is back because I'm not sure what Dickhead wants him for.
Uh huh.
So let's go look for Vask.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have
And
any
then-
idea where he would possibly be?
I mean, he was looking at weapons the last time I saw him.
Then
last-
we should
no, last
probably try
was
looking at
a-
those.
Or it was the last time I saw you was outside the armor shop.
No,
Last time you saw him
me,
was
in the
technically
magic
he
shop.
left you in the magic shop while you were looking at the items and deliberating.
That's right. Okay. So I guess then I really wouldn't know where he's at.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's looking for more
Um,
weapons, maybe armor or something. I couldn't.
Do you think he like really needs armor much?
I mean, if he can find an enchanted one, I don't know.
Maybe. Do you think there is like an actual like enchanting shop or anything nearby?
Metagaming.
It's whatever. The alternative to metagaming is you all walk around, I say, for like 20 minutes and eventually Vask
I
is
mean,
walking out of
we'll-
the shop. So
What
it
does
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
we'll
metagaming mean?
eventually find the guy either way.
And to explain to you, Tyler, because I heard you ask the question, metagaming is when you use outside game knowledge to influence in-game actions. It's generally something you try to avoid.
Yeah, it's why I tried to weave away from it, but you know what? That's fine because we
Yeah.
kind of
It-
we kind of
there
tiptoed
is-
around it.
There is acceptable levels of metagaming. Like, for example, when I say, oh, it's the start of the campaign, and I go, oh, there's a mysterious guy across the bar. You
I
kind of
wonder
metagame
if
even
he's,
if you...
if he's important.
We need
Yeah.
him.
You kind of have to metagame because even if your character might not go and talk to him, it's like, hey, that's your party member. Go and fucking talk.
Yeah,
So there's acceptable levels of metagaming where it's like, yeah, to progress the story, you kind of have to. Bad levels of metagaming would be like, I know in my own, like, or I know as a player that this enemy has a specific weakness, so I'm going to intentionally
so
use spells to try
I,
to
as the character, also use that weakness, even though
even
I
as-
would in
though,
theory
yeah.
have no idea. But anyways, we find Vask wherever
Right,
he's
yeah.
at.
Yeah. You'll catch him kind of as he's coming out of the shop, pondering a little bit, his Vask, you've got a plan for maybe future expenditures, but as of right now you're a little light on coin. And as you're coming out of the shop, you'll kind of see Pelrion and Jackal walking
Doofus.
together.
Why do you have all these books, Jackal?
I find it amazing that you noticed that and this lizard didn't. Well, never mind. Anyway, look at what I found.
Catching more shade.
Catching bombastic side
Anyways,
eyes.
yeah.
And upon, showing, you would once again recognize the key that Rue had. And last you'd seen it, Rue had the key as well. However, now it is currently being held in Jackal's hands.
When did you get that key?
Okay, so I'll explain the story. I went to a goddamn booze shop and their prices were shit, so I just left. And then I went to a bookstore because I want to learn. Bought a few of them. So out of my 40 gold that I took out of my bag, I had 20 gold left in my bag. Right? That makes sense, right? Making sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
as I'm walking, just randomly, just a random noise starts happening. I'm like, I don't understand why I'm hearing this noise. So then I eventually got pissed off and I started looking all over my person. And I opened up my gold bag and there's something that wasn't there before. And this is all it.
That's Rue's key.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
It kind of on the
Yeah,
matter
just look at
of, like possession
How
is 9/10 of the
observant.
law or whatever type deal. I mean, we took it off another guy like an hour and a half ago. So it's not really his key any more than it is Jackals, I don't think.
Well, I mean, I guess it's my key now.
Oh, is it? It just stares at it closely.
And as you're staring at it, I want you to make me a history check, Vask.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
20. It's 12.
I really find it funny that the guy with a -1 in history has the best roll out of everybody.
No, he does. That's the beauty of this game. Is you just you might be like actually dumb, but then you remember one thing and you're like, oh,
Brain
I remember everything.
You would, similar to how Rue would remember it, the symbol is maybe not quite what you depicted when it was described orally to you, but this was a story that was told and that you told when you were a kid. You know, this was a story passed around the different, children of where you came from. You would remember it as a fantastical kingdom with like a lot of magic, and they were known for having like magical items and whatnot. But that's all you would remember of that story.
Would that be known to me before or after being in the Hermitage?
That would be a story that you would have heard before the Hermitage. This was like passed around because correct me if I'm wrong. You entered the Hermitage like late teens, early adults, or sometime in that period.
If cool, let me pull out my funny bio. No, it was actually very, very young, so probably preteens.
All right, well then maybe this was one that you heard around the Hermitage or just before. This would have been a story that you passed around when you were like 7 years old, probably.
All right,
You're still pretty young,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Do you recognize what the symbol is, mate?
In childhood story tales.
Same here.
Though I might need to go back to clarify.
You know it's crazy.
Would I mind?
Sorry, go ahead.
Silence. Would you mind if I hold on to that key, Jackal?
Yeah, sure. Here.
I was actually. Look at I was actually expecting a resistance. Like, what do you want?
Oh, I was too, but he surprises me every time.
Well, I trust you.
But I just.
how innocent that was.
I know.
All right,
I love
you. I'm gonna add into my possessions Rue's key. That's what I'm just gonna describe it as, because that's how Bart sees it. And then I'll just put it with my other possessions of stuff within my backpack.
All right, you are now in possession of that key.
Yes.
So what's the plan for all of you moving forward then?
So if it's a fairy tale that this is from, supposedly, or some form of story, we should be able to figure out what the contents of that original story was if we were to say go to something like a library or a bookshop or something like that. So that is what I'm going to suggest if we want to follow this.
There's no library here.
There's no library? We didn't find one? Okay.
Well, no, because I tried looking for one and there wasn't, and there was a bookshop.
You did. I was gonna say you did. I'll just be like,
furthermore,
where did you get those books?
Upon suggesting that idea, Palarion, Jackal, you're going to realize something pretty quickly. One of the 3 small books that you happen to on chance pick up actually is the rendition of this fairy tale. You might have just picked it up because in the back of your mind, something, was familiar to you about it, which you hadn't realized until it was really mentioned in correlation with this key. That this was the fairy tale that you had read.
Hold on, Billy, I want you to ask, we should go to the library and look for the book.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we should just kind of. I mean, if we want to find this fairy tale, we should probably go to the bookstore and maybe they'll know.
I mean, I did just come from there. I mean, here I got some books here. Let's see if somehow by chance one of the.
And pulling out of his bag, there is a dark purple-bound book with on the front the symbol of the king piece with 2 thorny roses crossed behind it.
I swear to you guys,
the book is the ornate box we were looking for.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
It would be such a shitty description for a book. As an ornate
look at
box.
you, you, you're like looking through the pages and then randomly there's just like a big bound like like lock on it. And it's like, oh, I want to. This must be for me.
Like,
Like,
I
stick
wonder
the
what this
key
is
in there. All right. Well, Jacko, you should. Are you gonna start reading it for us?
Well, I mean,
He doesn't know how to
I-
read, don't you?
I not well, but I don't think I can read it all. Because last time that I've had this book, I had it read to me. So I mean, I can't really tell you everything. Could one of you guys read it?
I'll read it.
Okay. Well, never mind. He'll do it.
Well,
Yeah,
mind you,
go
do I
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Instantly, I'm gonna sit on the ground, crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
In the
Here,
middle of foot
In the middle,
traffic.
yeah,
let's find a little
Yeah.
spot on the side real quick.
Yeah.
Jackal just sits down in the middle of the street. A couple like passerbys just trip over him.
What's funnier, I don't think he even sits down. He drops into a
Yeah.
crisscross
Instantly,
applesauce
just.
like a fucking rock.
There's a
And, like,
reference in my brain that I'm trying to make, but I don't know what it's
instantly, this is like the most quiet and well-behaved you ever seen, Jackal.
Maybe let's find somewhere that's not in the way of.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
could have
yeah.
probably said that.
Is
before
there
you
somewhere
sat
specifically you guys are looking for?
from.
Just anywhere.
They're just on the
why
side
don't we
somewhere.
go over there in the little shaded area?
Alright, yeah, sure. We'll say there's a small kind of spot in between shops. It's not exactly roomy or anything, but y'all can kind of squeeze in there to at least be out of the way of foot traffic. Most of this shop, or most of this space, is generally occupied by either shop or foot traffic, so it's not like you have a lot of room, which should be all right. So, maybe in a little bit less of a fantastical way than the fairy tale might describe it, I will describe the general gist of the story. But
Mhm.
it is the tale of the kingdom of Sava Heshi, and it was known to be of great magical nature. They were not only was the kingdom itself imbued with magic, and not only did they have magical items all around, but each of the citizens was imbued with an abnormally high amount of magic. Not just like as sorcerers are, who are born with like a kind of connection to the magic, but they were inherently magical beings themselves, simply for being residents of this kingdom. They were a very prosperous kingdom that sold and traded in some of these magical items, though they were never without any ability to stay well fed or well housed. Everybody lived lavishly in this fantastical kingdom. The king himself was given a special amount of privilege and respect, as he was, despite living for a very long time, he was still youthful and wise. He was youthful, but he was still wise, despite his age. He is the one that is attributed to bestowing all this magic to everyone. And for a great many centuries, all the citizens lived happy and healthy lives. But the
Good
king
for them.
was desiring to spread and share even more of this power with more and more people. The kingdom started as all things considered relatively small for the kingdom, or for the size of a kingdom. The king wanted to expand and share his gifts with more people. And as he did, eventually more and more people were brought in, but with it came, and the fairy tale only describes it as a darkness. The magic seemed to have a little bit less effect as the kingdom became larger. Each citizen felt their magic items worked slightly less well. They felt a little more tired. They didn't they weren't waking up like well rested. They were getting hungry sometimes. And the more the kingdom spread, the more of this it came. It started with just being maybe a little tired, to being completely sleep deprived, to being starving. to being having nothing of theirs work, to barely being able to move in some people's cases. And the king, seeing what had become of his people, made a rash decision to attempt to kind of section off the original parts of the kingdom and return his magic just to those who he had originally shared it with. But those who he was looking to cut out found themselves very displeased with this. And the book describes it as a tragedy, as there was a clash between the two groups of people, those who the king was bestowing magic to and those who he was ceasing to bestow magic to. And the king had to completely, in response to this, as the people who he was ceasing bestowing magic to became more and more angry, he had to make the kingdom disappear. And when the kingdom disappeared, there wasn't any trace left of it. And the people who he had bestowed magic to, they had become so reliant on this magical power that they ended up withering away afterwards. And as they withered away, any remnants of the kingdom, seemingly, withered away with it.
So what we have here is a ghost kingdom, or a described in a fairy tale.
Sorry, I wasn't saying anything. I was itching my balls.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah,
Is
thought
that
I'd
you
let
saying that?
know
Is
while I
that
was
your Jackal
quiet.
saying it? Was that
No,
you or
that's-
Jackal
that's
saying
me.
this?
That's me.
Yeah.
Jackal,
Okay.
Jackal was sitting down, crisscross applesauce, just
He's sitting
paying
out like this.
absolute attention, being quiet. Me, on the other hand, I'm
You
on my
never
phone
know.
scrolling Instagram.
So you didn't pay attention.
No.
I paid for the most part. Here's what I got, and I haven't written down everything yet, but I'm slowly getting there. The king was very powerful. He shared a lot of his magic power with all of his citizens.
No,
but
I
he
heard it. I was just saying shit.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
wanting to.
No, it's,
Sorry, Bentley.
we're trying to recap. We're trying to recap.
I'm trying to recap for my own sake of mind.
Okay.
The king was very powerful. He had a lot of magic. He was sharing it, and everyone was happy. The king was wanting to expand, but as he was doing this, it was growing evil darkness that was hurting the citizens. So he decided to, I guess, rid of himself of this darkness. He would just make his entire kingdom disappear.
I think what is to some degree an important part is that he cut off the expansion. Anybody who he expanded to, he was cutting them off. He tried to preserve just the original kingdom by removing all of his gifts from any expansion parts.
Okay.
That led to a great fight, and the great fight between those who he'd cut off and those who he was trying to protect was what led him to making the decision of, in order to protect those people, to then disappear the kingdom completely.
Yep.
Interesting.
Cool.
So this fairy tale is pretty much in the end a kingdom that no longer exists. Yet we have a key for the symbol that's on the front of this fairy tale.
Yeah, and even throughout the fairy tale, you would, because this is a picture book, as most fairy tales tend to be, especially when they're of this kind of nature.
I just imagine just turning around here, Jackal. Here's a picture.
And it would show throughout various parts of the picture book. There are like banners and whatnot around the kingdom that display that symbol.
Is there like a giant gate outside of the village?
There, not originally would it be depicted as there being a gate. However, it would show that there is like a wall that was like trying to be built by the king in the picture book after he had decided to close off to just the original kingdom.
Okay, I had a question I wanted Jackal to say, but I feel like he's not smart enough to ask it. But like, I really wanted to ask it.
Say out of body first. See what the question is.
As like.
I was gonna have the question be like, do you guys think that maybe like the king just hid the kingdom instead of like basically get rid of it? Like maybe it's still here, and this is like able to get us through like a gate or something to it.
I would say that's within Jackal's intelligence.
I feel like that would be a rational decision. Absolutely,
because that's a pretty easy leap to make, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's awesome. I don't know where we go with this from here, but I mean,
It is knowledge to safekeep for the future. Because I feel like it's
Sure.
us. We don't worry about it for now, but I feel like we will encounter it at some time.
So I will remind you that this is just a fairy tale book.
Yeah.
yes. No, I mean, I understandably it. All these, conclusions we're coming up to may not even be real, but
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Jackal's taking it very seriously, being like, this key has that same symbol, so maybe it's real.
yeah, exactly. I don't think I would disagree with that.
Indeed, and I guess maybe the point I'm driving at, just because as the DM, that's a little bit my responsibility, is that fairy tales for children are, if they're based on real things at all, or if they're made up, are incomplete versions of other stories, usually. They are altered or incomplete, but
Yes.
they are
Yes.
not the full deal. Think of any Disney movie, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just a theory, a book theory.
What other books
I
does
didn't hear
Jackal
anything.
have?
On him, he has the big
A
book.
dictionary.
No, calculus book,
Two
actually.
big books, two small
Um,
books.
One of the big
So
books
the fairy tale book was a
is-
small book, right?
Yes, the fairy tale book was a small book. One of the big books is a book of advanced mathematics in relation to potion crafting.
Oh.
And the other big book he has is the history of de Whom.
Data
Data
whom?
whom?
Data
Yes.
who?
I was thinking that same joke. What is data whom?
Well, I mean, roll me a history check if you're inclined for that.
Should we all do a history check, and if one of us gets a good enough one, it sticks?
I mean, yeah, sure. If any of you
I mean-
are looking at it, you would be able to grasp it.
I was saying, we don't even know
roll,
anything
I wanna
about
roll
it
again,
since I've
just
been in a
because I haven't done
hermitage.
anything physical in a little bit. All right.
I'm just
Alright.
guessing how this is spelled because I think
Oh! Oh,
he's
oh my
rolling high
God.
numbers.
oh my,
Oh my
God.
goodness!
I'm good. My
got a-
pants flew off of my ass.
I got a 15. I don't know what that guy got.
I got a natural 20.
Yeah.
way.
Crazy. And I got-
Legitimately.
That's insane. Go ahead.
Alright,
Go
I've
ahead.
got a 16 as
Ask.
well.
Okay, so
I
we
was
actually
gonna say,
got.
yeah, I
We actually all just
Yeah.
rolled pretty good numbers.
Which is fine because you all should be semi-familiar with it, though you would be a little less familiar, as all of you kind of, well, I guess Power On, you would be probably most familiar with it, but the
Okay.
other two of you grew up in other kingdoms, so you wouldn't know it. But Power On, I think we established in a prior session, you had grown up in this kingdom, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly. Okay, so that is what this kingdom is. You are currently in the kingdom of de Whom. You just
Okay.
visited its capital city
Okay.
of Gemis, and this is the complete history of de Whom.
Okay.
In addition to that, you have two small books, one of which is an easy recipe book for beginners. It's a cooking book.
Yay.
And one of
Oh,
which
dude.
is a mushroom
How to
foraging
read.
guidebook.
Mush. All right, fine. Yeah, I mean, just something.
Damn, if only we have that book in peak.
Dang, I didn't. Jekyll, I didn't know you were so into cooking.
I'm not.
I'm not, I just,
Would you like to? I mean, you have a book for that.
I mean, I have nothing better to do.
it's like I'm not, but all the pictures on the cookbook just look
But I mean,
delicious.
damn,
It
look at
looks
that
yummy.
burger, dude.
All right, cool.
So yeah, these are the books you picked up off a random chance.
Well, let's hold on
I'm
to
gonna be
those.
honest, I didn't write down a single book, so you better keep that in your notes.
I've got a couple of them down. It's the it was the fairy
You got
tale
the
we just
history of
read,
the doo-doo.
the history of
History
our
of the
current
doo-doo.
kingdom. Yep, which I wrote down. It's
The
a
advanced mathematics of potion making.
yeah. Beginner cookbook and mushroom foraging guide.
Yes. Can
That'd be
I
quite nice.
take that advanced mathematics, the potion crafting? It might help me with my herbalism kit to make health potions.
I'm assuming that's the ping I just got.
Yeah, that's data.
Little bit different than what I put, but
Diddy home.
Did-a-hoom.
Diddy home.
Do you like my unique names for all these places that are actually based off of things and not complete bullshit?
And totally not from a random name generator?
They are not from a random name generator. They all have significance and meaning behind them.
I
Hmm.
wouldn't know because I'm
You
stupid.
really wouldn't, because it's impossible to decipher, because it's me putting a couple keywords into 3 different languages and then taking syllables from them. But there is significance to all of them. I want you to know this is how I will literally be naming every kingdom, is through a list of I run like a couple keywords through Google Translate, and then I just take syllables and make a name out of it.
I see. Alrighty.
I expect a red line chart on your wall for each name.
No. That's not hard to do. But anyways. So we've
People at
got
home
books
can
now.
decipher them. Yeah, you got books.
So we got books now. And by the way, I have written them down, but yeah, we've got books. So, what do we want to do today? Phineas and Ferb style. All right, good. Anyways,
Sorry.
I was trying my best to think of
yeah,
something else to do.
baby. I mean, is there anything that anyone else wants to do actively?
Does Big Man want a new weapon, or does the Jackal want a new weapon, or
I
Maybe.
mean, I don't think any place here will give me a weapon that I would be wanting, but
I
we could
mean,
try looking.
mind you, has he seen the halberd on the
I'm gonna
back of
pull up
my
glass
like on my
tools.
back?
I would have completely ignored it until like you mention it.
I was gonna
I
say,
just
if
had
you're able to ignore, hang on, I need to show him what a picture of a halberd. I need to show him what a halberd is. Pretty much this thing.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Yeah,
If you
like,
Jackal somehow
I
ignores
would have
that.
somehow, some way, not seen it.
Yeah, not seen something that's taller than me.
That fucking big. Yeah, I would have not seen it until you bring it up. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
How?
Where do I get one?
Hold on. Palarion, did you notice that as well?
I feel like I noticed it.
Of course you would notice this. You were there when I was
noticed
buying
it,
it.
and I didn't.
This
Okay,
is
just
true.
making sure of it. Because it would have been funny if both of us somehow didn't notice it.
No, I mean, it would have been pretty difficult because Poweryon was literally in the shop when he was buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I
So
I
as
went to
soon
the
as I see it,
shop
I'm
with
like,
him.
oh,
I looked.
damn. Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I don't need something that big, but I'll go look at them.
All right.
I mean, there's a wide variety of shop if you want to quickly browse what you're after.
I mean, what I'm looking for in the long run, I don't think I'll find it from a shop. So,
Love.
we'll go look.
Sorry.
You may not find a shop, but again, it's good.
I don't think anyone
No,
heard
I
me,
heard
but,
it.
yeah.
I thought it was
Look,
funny.
I know you
I
heard
heard
it, but
I heard it.
I didn't. What did he fucking say?
I just
He
said,
said
love.
Love.
I don't think
It
I'll
was
find
really
that
funny
in a
'cause-
shop.
No, it was just funny because no one reacted to it except for Darian.
No, I reacted. I had
reacted.
like a 5 second. I had a 5 second delay.
Okay, cool.
Because I heard both of you laughing, and I'm like, I
He's just
missed
lost.
it.
He doesn't know what's happening yet.
Yeah, I was like, I missed it. Come on.
Just
That's fine.
like
Anyways.
Jackal.
So, what would you be looking for, by the way?
I will just follow as well. I'm not gonna stray off. I don't know if that's made clear, but
Yeah, I figured that
What
much.
would Jackal?
Yeah.
But Jackal, you said whatever you're looking for, you don't think you'll find it in a shop. What is it that you are looking for that you don't think you'll find in a shop?
I won't let you know now, but I'll let you know in the future.
okay.
Oh,
All right.
so he'll surprise us.
Contrastly,
least just-
DM it to me as your GM. That way I know. That way I can
Yeah, and then we
influence a
know.
little bit of its existence within reality at a chosen time. The viewers at home will not know, the party members themselves won't know, but God incarnate shall.
Yes.
He wants a sniper rifle. That's what he wants, doesn't he?
So I've
Mark
got a
II
really cool
carbine.
idea.
He wants the 360 no scope on everyone. That's what he wants to do.
A strength-based character using a ranged weapon is scary.
Yeah, as I say, when you build into strength just so you can lift a 40-ton projectile weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
No. He's strength so buff he doesn't need to use the machinery to fire ammo. He just throws the ammo directly at them to do damage.
Just like darts, just
Yeah, it's like a reverse of the like monk catch missile thing.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of that because you can just throw them.
All right, I sent it to you.
All right, duly noted.
And disregarded.
For now, obviously, yes, because this is for the futures of time.
Oh, this is the far future. Okay.
Sorry.
Indeed. So, in that case, you'll kind of be able to browse about in the shops a little bit, expecting to find nothing and being met on that expectation. And as you do, the little orb that you're holding, who was holding it? Vask, I believe you were holding it?
Vask has the.
Yes, I am the
Vask,
magic orb holder.
that orb will just glow white now.
Oh, it's time to go.
So I assume we'll just head back to Lamruli's abode.
And it takes a little bit to get there, but once you get there, you kind of get there. You're standing in front of the door a little bit, and Thomas will open the door, and Rue will walk out, and all of you roll me an insight check real quick.
An insight?
So
Ooh.
I have a question. Has Garrett done his personal thing?
No.
No. So okay, that's good to hear. I rolled very low, so I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to ask about it. Actually, no. Wait.
I'm
What
gonna
is
say,
my insight?
this is
This is
one of my
9.
insight is one of my proficients. So if I suck
I
at this, then
also
proficiency
realized that
fails.
insight is also one of my proficients, which I forgot.
Ouch.
Insight is one of mine too, but I find it really funny
Oh.
that my last roll was a 20 and my roll that I get this time was a 2.
All right, let's go.
So
Yeah,
I rolled a 4
no.
with the insight boost.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna say this. My insights are proficient. I have a +3 bonus. Do you know what I rolled? I rolled a 2.
Oh god, you
All
rolled
right.
Okay,
a
so
roll!
you notice
so
your
from the
friend
sound of it,
walking out of the door. That's it.
So all right. It sounds like I was the highest roller with the
Yeah,
9.
and a 9's not gonna cut it. All right.
All right, that's fine. That's what I thought.
That's
So we just see Rue walk
fine.
out. That's
Yep,
it.
you just see him walk out, escorted out. And that is where we will end today's episode. Thank you all for joining
I
us. New episodes every week. We got boatloads of content on other platforms. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.